Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? I have one clip to watch. Probably won't be too much of a long video, but look, I just wanted to show you this because it highlights that there is an issue that's being levelled towards people that look like me, and I should imagine people look like you too. And with this issue that people have with us is somehow, through the magic of mainstream media and common parlance and academia, is somehow ending up being our fault. Like, other people's problems become our problem. For example, this clip here. Right, this woman is going to tell you that she is triggered, right, wait for this, by white people holding hands in the street. Okay, apparently that's an ism. That's an ist. Now, that's an obic, yeah? What do I say to that? Right, you've probably heard enough from me, yeah? Let's listen to what she's got to say. So we'll jump into the video now. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell and share the video around if you find the video informative. I have a membership scheme as well, which you can join. I have 9 amazing, beautiful members who honour and humble me, that they support the Hoggcast and value my commentary as much as they do in this quiet little corner of YouTube. You can be member 10 if you so choose, but of course you don't have to. Okay, let's go.
That every person of color has been on the receiving end of this, so my video is actually more for white people actually. This is a serious question and I would like a serious answer in my...
In other words, it's not a serious question and you're not going to get a serious answer. So before she even asks the question, she's had to reinforce the fact that this is a serious question. That should show you that inside her own mind, she knows that it's kind of not, or at least at the very least, she has concerns that it's not. That's common sense trying to tell you something, yeah?
Comment section or a stitch. Are y'all aware that y'all often take up space with disregard for the people of color around you? If there's any confusion, I can...
So you're taking up space. And in a minute, she's going to elaborate on that. But you and me, we're taking up space that she considers is rightfully hers. Now, apply that standard writ large, and you have all of the prerequisites, is a word I'm looking for the big G word. Yeah, you know which G word I'm talking about. Begins with G, ends with a sound like I'd, and is something nobody wants to happen, yeah? When you start looking at another group of people and you say, you're taking up space that rightfully should be mine, that's not a good worldview. That's not, especially if you're living within the same borders, if you're living within the same nation, and you have these vastly different people who are thinking, well, you're taking up space that should be mine. That's not a healthy outlook, yeah? I mean, just look at her face. Look at the rage. Look at the furrowed brow. Look. That's...
I'll give you guys an example. I'm from New York City. Sometimes a sidewalk is narrow to the point where there's only enough room for two modes of traffic, one going and one coming. But that has never stopped white people from walking side by side and holding hands.
So this is the crux of the issue. 2 white people holding hands walking down the street is the bane of her existence. Now, I can tell you, living in urban areas, yeah, I've lived in them, I still do. POCs, right, they will, from my experience, they will take the whole sidewalk up, like teenagers. And to be fair, yeah, like white teenagers will do the same, right? But what I'm saying is, it's the lack of respect that comes from them, yeah? You see those the 2 people holding hands that this lady seems to have a grudge against? You see, if she had have asked them, excuse me, I'm trying to get past, maybe she's behind them trying to walk faster, yeah? They would have moved out the way. You see those POC youths, if I said, excuse me guys, do you mind if I could get past? Do you think they would have been as polite to me? And not only that, her position seems to be that POCs don't hold hands. I mean, is that what she's saying? That no black couple has ever held hands in public? I mean, is that what you're really saying? What is your problem here?
and expecting you to either stand and wait for them to pass or walk in the street if you need to keep going. Are you guys aware that this is something that you do, or is it something that happens by accident? Because people of color are taught to be aware of how much space they're taking up at all times. So
what? Who's teaching you that? And if someone is teaching you that, right, my guess would be academia. Yeah, the people who professionally are paid, in my opinion, to just pit people against each other. The mainstream media, you know, they write rage bait rubbish that pits man against woman, black against white, straight against alphabet types, and so on and so on. Yeah, because if they're teaching you that, they're teaching you that specifically to divide. If someone's teaching you that you are taking up, or you have to be mindful of the space you're taking up. I mean, come on. Who's teaching you that? I want to know who specifically is teaching, and I'm using your own words here, people of colour, that they're somehow that they have to be mindful of the space they're taking up. I mean, come on. What do you mean? I'm not saying people aren't teaching you that, although personally I don't think they are. But you never know in the clown world we live in. But if they are teaching you that, they're not teaching you it to benefit you. They're teaching you it to divide. And why do you just accept it? Why do you just accept, oh, well, I'm being taught that, you know, because I'm taking up space? Why would you just say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in that. I think that's divisive. I think it's counterproductive. No, thank you. Why didn't you just respond with that?
Watching you guys take up space without even thinking about it.
And there it is again, watching you guys take up space. Do you know what I think? I think it's a deflection tactic. I think it's a way of trying to project her own feelings about different people of different communities and the space that they're, in her own words, taking up. She's trying to project that onto a happy white couple who were, in her own words, walking down the street holding hands. Crime of the century. I think New York has a lot, and the POC communities in New York have bigger problems at the moment than two people holding hands in the street. I mean, is that where we're at now? Is this the thing is, right, since Donald Trump was elected, yeah, and it's continued into Joe Biden's presidency, the supply, everything's supply and demand. The demand for white isms and ists and obics vastly outstrips the supply. So certain enterprising individuals have stepped in to simply hoax or create an issue that wasn't there in the first place. And we've seen that time and time again. Yeah. You've got bigger concerns, yeah? You've got bigger concerns than me walking down the street. Look, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.